Welcome to the show that your parents, the PTA and the asleep don't want you to hear. The Helios blog. Today, Kevin Samuels doesn't understand these leftover women. Here we go.
The reason she's alone is because she's difficult.
Women are not accepting the bare minimum.
Women fuck men they respect.
All the women who say things like, I'm strong, independent, I don't need no man, like, y'all impress me.
Women just gaslight each other and say what they want to hear.
I mean, I would see something, like, it's not like I checked it, like, it would come up and then I would see it.
Right, but my point is, okay, so, all right, here's a school of thought. If you didn't go looking for stuff, would you find it?
No, I understand
That's a no.
that.
Do you?
I think
Ah,
that is my problem why I'm single, because I think you're right. I think I find something wrong and then I'll, like, quickly cut it off.
Right, so,
Even though you're like 50.
what man can do anything about that? If you go looking for a problem, you're going to find one.
This is why they tell girls to get married in their 20s, you know, and not when they're like just full of baggage. Because the more baggage you get, the harder it becomes to ever get in any relationship.
And if there's not one there,
Like, there's, like, basic, like,
if there's not one there, you'll make one.
She's got the 1,000 bullet point checklist. Oh, you don't meet one of my 1,000 bullet points. I'm done.
yeah, but there's, like, basic things of respect, like, you don't like an ex's photo that you slept with when you're in a relationship. Like,
What is that? No.
Because
No, you tell me what that means, though. He liked an ex.
she says as she primps and preens for the camera.
He liked an ex's photo.
what do you mean it sends the wrong message to that person?
No,
Yeah, and it's in your frame, so you have to have every little thing your way, right?
and that's what it says to you.
I think all women take that.
No, we're talking about you. We're talking about you and your ability. So you can only control. You ascribe meaning to something. What did it mean that he liked an ex's photo?
It means that you're sending a message to her.
That's not what it meant. That's what you say it meant. Is that ex in the same city? Does that ex have another man? What difference does it make? So if he had an ex who was a movie star or a singer, he couldn't go watch their movies. He couldn't go listen to their music.
Nope. Because that sends the wrong message, and I only care about the subtextual communication.
He's got to write them off.
But that's not the case.
But that's not the well. First off, you're not his wife.
Indeed.
So
Look at that, like, just arrogant expression. Arrogant expression only increased by the sketchy eyebrows and fake lips.
him liking something. Do you want somebody to control you that tight? Did he cheat on you?
I don't think so.
So what the fuck's the point? You tank a relationship because he liked the photograph of an ex of his.
This is just another version of beta torture, right? She sees the guy as a loser, nowhere near as good as guys that she's had previously, and so any little excuse and bam, I'm gone. That's what it is.
I mean, like I said, there's more to it, but yeah, I think that when you express something to your partner, like, hey, this bothers me, then
Red flag, partner.
they should respect that, or they should not do it again if you're like, this is something that is a deal breaker for me, or this is something.
No, they should leave you.
For you, everything's a deal breaker.
They should leave you. They should leave you. They should leave you because that's too damn controlling. Nobody has to put up with that. It's a grown damn man. He liked the photograph. It's a click of a button. Do you even know? Look.
But hold on, but it's like a picture of like a girl in a bikini.
So he likes titties. He likes boobs. So what? Why are you so insecure? Why are you so insecure?
But what if you know that that person's
So what? Why are you so insecure?
I just feel like it's just a respect factor.
Okay, well, you can, hey ma'am, you can be right. How about that? You're right. You're right. It's disrespectful. He liked the photograph of a woman he used to kick it with. So what?
If you tank a relationship, the loser is... who?
Does it feel better to be? Does it feel better to be alone than right?
Honestly, I think it will come along. Like,
No. See, that's what I always find interesting with you ladies.
You'll find fault with everyone.
Is you never look at your behavior. You always want to put it off to someone else, and then you think in the future the right person will come along. Who is that? The person that will do what you tell them?
No, the person that will respect you if you tell them that this bothers me, and then like they'll.
But why does it bother you? But okay, it bothers you. But man, it's not like he was bringing it into the house. You went looking for it.
I don't know. I think if you tell someone.
No. I need to, ma'am. I know how Instagram. No, listen. I know how Instagram works. On his Instagram, it doesn't tell you he liked a picture on another feed. You sound crazy.
I'm laughing because I understand what you're saying, but I'm telling you that.
No, I need you to stop. I need you to stop trying to be right. See, imagine if you lived in this world. See, imagine if you lived in the sane world where your boyfriend, you didn't stalk his Instagram. You just happened to have a fucking life and we're secure. And you didn't go check what he did or did not do anywhere else. Okay, just I know crazy world. You just didn't. Then you wouldn't know about it. And if you didn't know about it, you wouldn't have any kind of feelings about it. Then you wouldn't have to do anything about it. Then when you talk to him, you guys could talk about other stuff other than things you went looking for.
Preening, primping, being disrespectful, annoying expression, pursed lips, sketchy eyebrows. Like, there's a million things that you can find that are just wrong here, right? And prevent a person who with a discerning eye from actually being in a relationship with you. You've already ruined yourself. It's already over.
Because, ma'am, this is a pattern of behavior. You'll find problems. And here's the thing, ma'am. You'll be right. And there'll be plenty of women that'll be like, that's right, he shouldn't have liked an ex's photograph. But they're not going to ask you, how did you know?
Okay, so can I ask you a question? If that is like just small, don't you think that later on it can turn into something bigger? If you just ignore something like that?
Yeah. And then, if it does, then it's the cutoff, right?
No. You're catastrophizing. Like most loner women. I'll stop it now. You know what happens? It's one thing that turned into you being single.
Indeed.
And if you can't get, and I want you to understand something. As a woman who lives in Miami, you make over 6 figures, right? And
It's over. You can't find a guy. It's already over. You're over age and you're overqualified. Hypergamy dictates you want a guy superior to you. You want a guy, 5 to 10 years older than you that makes 1.5 times your income minimum, right? So 150,000. Good luck.
and you're 33,
It's over.
ma'am, if you can't deal with your boyfriend liking a picture of an ex, you're not equipped to deal with life.
It's true.
Real shit happens in life.
That's right.
Babies die, diseases, deaths, real shit.
No, I had a really, really, really rough childhood.
I don't, but okay, but that's not what we
That's why you're single.
here for. We're talking about real stuff happens in life and with somebody. And in order to have a life worth living, you gotta get over some shit.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not sure if that's the reason why I'm single, because that aspect.
The reason you're single is because you can't accept that you might have a problem. You always find fault in the other person.
Or is it like because my dad passed away when I was 3?
Oh my God.
But
My pet passed away when I was 3. I'm traumatized for life. Disaster.
I don't know. But I am on this live because I am like willing to hear your advice and be
Well, if you have to interview your exes, what is it like to? Well, they would say being with you is blank. Fill in the blank.
I think they did feel like I was controlling. They said I was sensitive.
Right. Who wants to? So is it a pleasure to be with you?
Indeed not.
Like, we still have really.
No. I asked
you
a specific
don't.
question.
Also, you're the kind of person that still keeps in contact with your exes, which means you're AW. Have you heard that term before? Alpha with.
Let me give you a different. Is it peaceful to be with you?
At times.
No,
At
not at times, ma'am. Not at times.
Disaster. At times.
Is it peaceful to be around somebody who is controlling and overly sensitive?
No.
Then there you are.
Indeed.
Would you like to work for someone who was controlling and overly sensitive and then have your future and your income attached to that person?
Definitely not.
Yeah.
You would?
No, I
You
I'm saying,
would?
yeah, I see what you're saying.
Interview your exes. Because, well, I mean, I need you to... Okay, so you told him that he looked at the photograph, but what did you do? I mean, because we heard about what he did. What did you do that was wrong?
Nothing. Don't you know, guys? Women are incapable of making any mistakes.
That's what I called him out at, and then he said that up too.
No, okay, I got it. No, I got it. That's what you responded. What did you do to him? Not that incident. What did you do in the relationship that was bad?
Nothing. Women are incapable of fault. You know this.
Just the controlling part.
So give me an instance where he was upset with you at something you did.
He's upset with me when I'm controlling.
Can you please, for the love of God, please just give an actual response to the question and not just throw it back at the guy? Give a specific example like he asked. This reveals another trait that you don't have, which is inability to listen. Answer the question.
He gets upset when I'm controlling. That's what we.
But you're controlling in reaction to something he did.
Correct.
That still makes you the victim. Show me where you're the aggressor, where you're the one that initiates it.
I mean, typically it's always like a response.
See,
No,
you
it's
can't make it
not.
up, people.
Yup.
Ma'am, you did exactly. You walked right into the trap. So everything is fine.
Yeah, I do nothing wrong. That's a problem. Do you not see that?
You're perfect. You just react to what's done to you.
No.
I get it. I know that's not the truth, but I'm asking you to be. No. I'm asking you to be self-aware enough to know what your faults are. It's Thursday and things are going just fine. Then you do this or that, and something happened. Not you react. Not you respond. You.
Right. So I'll bring up something like, "Hey, why did you follow this on Instagram?"
But that's still
You're trying to cause problems for no reason.
you're responding to something he did. See what I'm trying to show you, ma'am, is you're not even self-aware. You're not even self-aware enough to know what.
No!
Either you're not self-aware or you're saying you don't do anything. No. Either you.
I do. I'm telling you, I'm really controlling that.
Stop. But that doesn't give me an example of anything, ma'am.
Okay.
You are incapable of admitting fault. So how are you supposed to get along with a man long term? You'll sabotage every relationship.
See how you can keep telling me examples of what he does? Tell me what you do that he doesn't initiate. He's just sitting there being himself. And why I'm doing this, folks, is because women are never asked to be self-aware. Women are never really asked to see what they do. It's always, well, I'm this way because this happened. I'm that way because my dad wasn't here. I'm this way. It's all, listen. I'm talking to you and I'm talking to the audience. What did you initiate? Or are you saying that you really never initiate anything? It's just you're responding.
Honestly, I also have a double psychology sociology degree, and I'm literally trying. What do I do?
I have 2 degrees.
That is wrong, and the
I'm
only
a
thing I
PhD.
do is react to something that he's already. But I'm admitting that I'm overreacting. But I don't know when I would just initiate out of nowhere. It's typically an overreaction.
No. What you're doing is you're finding fault in random crap that doesn't matter. You're finding fault in that and using that as a springboard to then shame your partner. That's what you do. And you never see any problems with yourself because you're so busy looking to find faults in the other person.
Reaction to a response.
So if you use all that stuff you just told us you were, your double psychology and all that. If somebody was sitting in your chair saying, you know what, in relationships, I just react to what they do. I really don't initiate anything. Would you think that makes any practical any sense?
Yeah, I initiate by looking on social media, I guess. Without
No. Maybe just sometimes you're just a bitch. Without him doing anything. See, the way you've set this up, go back and listen to what I've asked. It's been very clear, and it's to the point to where it's like, well, whatever I do, it's a reaction to something else. I'm asking where you're the first domino. You're not responding to something, you're not responding to a stimuli. No, you were the stimulus. And what I want you to understand is you're 33 years old, man. You're 33 years old. In any relationship, this is guys, they don't, and I'm trying to tell people that, ladies, y'all don't ever.
You can't be this obtuse.
Ever look at yourselves as being the instigator. You're always the victim. Is that practical? Is that logical?
It's like she's hearing this for the first time. Yeah, imagine being 33, looking 43, and acting like this. Still a child, mentally.
Good question though, right?
I mean, I'm really trying to think this whole time, and I can't.
Well, but
you can't because you're literally so up your own, that you can't even find fault one time in your own actions. Imagine being that clueless.
The thing is, you can't, but you can tell me what he does.
And I can tell you that for reasons wrong.
Say again?
I can tell you that I overreact to it.
But I got that. But I want to put a period there, and I want to start a new sentence. I want to start where you're the stimulus. How long were you with this person?
We were only together for 6 months.
Okay, but in 6 months
or less,
and you sabotaged it that bad in 6 months. So imagine, you're the kind of girl that you get into a relationship, you sleep around with a guy, honeymoon phase, then you look for reasons to kill the relationship, then you move on to the next guy, and the next guy, and the next guy, following the same pattern. And each time you want the next guy to be better than the previous guy, but you sabotaged it without ever seeing that you're the problem.
But what I want you to see is there's a male and a female, an A and a B. And the way this is set up right now is B is responsive to what A does. B doesn't initiate. That makes B the victim. But that's not how relationships go. It's tennis. You do something to him too. And here's the thing. Why don't you go ask him? Why don't you ask the exes? Because if you don't know, fair. You know, when we're together, what did I do? When was I the stimulus? Because if you don't know, I bet he does.
I asked him.
No, you didn't.
In the context of a
Liar.
relationship or in the context of when it's over?
No, all he said is you're controlling.
Well, but this is why you guys were together.
After we broke.
Okay. Well, ladies, I guess the ultimate point is you ladies need to understand what it's like to be with you. And I get it. You make money, you're educated, but this is why I tell women that none of that stuff matters to us. It matters how you show up in relationships. I asked you, is it peaceful being with you? No. Then what difference does it make that you have double majors in psychology and this and that and six figures and blah blah blah? What does any of that matter if you're not what men want? Peace. So you said you've been to therapy yourself?
Yeah, we went to couples therapy together.
Ah, yes.
No. I said you have been to therapy yourself.
Yeah.
Okay.
When?
Do you understand? We all have issues. But do you understand your triggers?
No, I mean, I'm working with a life coach right now.
Freaking disaster, man. Yeah, none of these people have helped you because you're not willing to listen because you can't find fault in yourself. So.
But
You mentioned your father. Your father. Did your father die or did your father leave?
yeah, he passed away when 31 from and I was 3.
Okay. So
dog
you
passed
have memories of him, but he didn't. Okay. Did your mother marry?
I was 3 years old. I don't have any memory.
Well, did your mother marry?
She got remarried to my dad, and he was not a good dad.
So if you had to say, this is my they did it right couple in public, who's your relational role model?
I would say like my aunt and uncle, but their relationship isn't that great. But we don't believe in divorce because we're like Christian Middle Eastern, and my family just stays married even.
So I want you to listen to every time I ask you, okay, what about a public couple? I don't know your aunt, your uncle.
What would I say is a perfect?
No, a public couple. I said they did it right. A public couple. I didn't mean your aunt and your uncle because I can't know them. Do you have any couple that you can point to say, they did it right. I like my relationship to be what I know of them.
Really.
Okay. See, what you told me is all negative. And today so many women can tell you what they don't want, but you can't tell me what you do want. What is the model of they did it right? So right now, even this conversation, it's negative, it's dark. And any decisions made in fear, scarcity, and lack reside in anxiety and stress. And man or woman, you bring all that to a relationship. So if you don't think relationships, or if you haven't seen relationships being good, you don't have anything to shoot for, it's all, well, then how can anybody not fail with you?
Yes. Right.
Yeah. I'm working on that with my life coach. Like, that's exactly kind of what
Do you want children?
I do want children. That's
You're 33, it's over. Good luck. My lord.
something we talked about. Like, I should freeze my eggs. I am 3. Well, I just turned 33, like.
So what's your longest relationship?
Like a year.
Exactly.
Was that,
Like
were you
all-
guys living in the same geography?
No, long. Well.
Yeah,
Okay, so shout out to the ladies in the folks group. You've never had a real relationship.
indeed.
Along,
for long distance from
then they're not real.
They're not real.
They're not real because you're not close enough to relate.
I mean, my sister got married from a long distance relationship.
It's okay. You can be right, ma'am.
Like,
You can be right or alone, and you
but
can
I
be.
do think that it's not for me, and I do need someone in the same state. That is something
Okay. We were doing good
Yeah, are you insane? Like what?
until this is modern woman. I don't care if your sister got married. Relationships imply you're close enough to relate. I had a history of doing long distance relationships too because I had issues with being consistent. I had to deal with that because long distance relationships are not normal.
Indeed.
You just have to be on for a few days. But when Tuesday happens every month, so we get back here because you talk about what you want. You're in Miami, a place that's arguably fake,
Indeed.
youth driven, not really a place for relationships. How do you expect to find suitable potential mates there?
I told you I was moving.
Good. Well,
Disaster. Yeah. We just talked for more than 20 minutes, nothing got resolved. Why? Because she's incapable of critical thinking. Let's end the video there. Hit the like, hit the sub, hit all the notifications, drop me a donation like Hunter M, Adrian, Tom and Bobby, Dylan, Renaissance Press, Brian, Andrew, and Alan. Shout outs to you. Most recent purchase of Strategist Guide to Seduction. Want to see my videos in like 3 or 4 instead of 1 per day? You can. I offer early access on my Patreon. Want me to give you better advice than this girl ever could? Well, I do offer coaching services. Just message me at theheliosblog at gmail.com and I'll slot you right in. Thank you so much for listening, guys, especially if you listen to the end. Really do appreciate it. Take care of yourselves, and I'll see you next time.